Hi, my name is Dr. Christopher Lettingham, and I am the Assistant Vice President for Faculty in the Division of Health Affairs for the College of Health Professions, Senior Associate Dean for the College of Health Professions, and I'm a professor in the Department of Health and Human Performance. And I want to welcome you to our college. Now, this short video is going to give you a few highlights of the College of Health Professions, who we are, what we do, talk about our majors, our students, and our programming. And I want to try to summarize it in this way. In the College of Health Professions, we have the strong belief that we are educating tomorrow's healthcare team. We stick with that. That's what we do. That's who we are. And that's who you are part of now, tomorrow's healthcare team. So let's get into this. What is the College of Health Professions? Well, our mission is pretty straightforward, and I'm going to move out of the way so you can see this. The mission of the college is to be the leading institution of excellence in health and human services, education, healthcare, and research. Our job is to produce highly skilled practitioners, educators, and researchers through our high-quality educational programs, our meaningful experiential learning opportunities, and the development of scientific and intellectual inquiry for the promotion of health equity in the Rio Grande Valley and beyond. Now, that mission is packed full of so much. When you look at it, you're like, do they really do all of that? Yes, we do, and so will you. You are entering a healthcare workforce at a time where we need more people in every field. We need people who are bilingual. We need people who are culturally competent. We need people who understand what it is to work with people with disabilities and all abilities for that matter. And you're going to help us do that. How is our college laid out? Let's take a look at our college organizational chart. I'm going to go through this real quick because this is a big graphic. The leader of our college is our dean, Dr. Michael Lecker. Under him, we have our academic units and our border health office. We also have supporting him 4 faculty staff members, a senior associate dean, myself, 2 associate deans, and our executive director of special projects. And they're supported by our administrative support staff. By the way, anybody on this list, if you have a question about UTRGV, you can go to that person. You can speak with them, ask them a question, and if they can't answer it, they'll tell you who can. In our academic departments, we're going to go through these. We have 5 academic departments: health and biomedical sciences, communication sciences and disorders, health and human performance, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. And we have 1 school within our college, the School of Rehabilitation Services and Counseling. We also have our border health office, which is a unique office supporting schools and border health issues across the state of Texas. But let's get into what I think is important. Let's talk about the departments. Now, some of you have declared a major in rehabilitation services or addiction studies. If that's your major, you fall under the School of Rehabilitation Services and Counseling. The great thing about these 2 programs, there is no admissions process other than to be admitted to UTRGV. However, if you want to go on and get your master's in rehabilitation counseling or your doctorate, you will have to apply to our graduate school and make sure you've got certain prerequisites met. But it's a great option. In the Department of Communication Sciences and Disorders, we have 3 academic programs: our BS in Communication Sciences and Disorders, a BS in American Sign Language, and a Master's in Communication Sciences and Disorders. Now you're thinking, what is Communication Sciences and Disorders? Well, let me use a different term: speech therapy or speech language pathology. You've heard those. Some of us had to work with speech language pathologists. I went to a speech therapist growing up. Well, we train the next generation of speech therapists and speech language pathologists, and in the future, we'll be training audiologists in these programs. Now, our BS in Communication Sciences and Disorders, this is a competitive program. You have to apply to get into the program. So there's an application process and certain prerequisites that have to be met. And their contact information is available on our website. Now, our BS in American Sign Language Interpretation, this is a relatively new program at UTRGV, and it's got two concentrations. And one of them I like to talk about because that's our Spanish translation and interpreting concentration. Essentially, this is one of the only trilingual interpreting programs in the country. If you sign up for this concentration, not only will you learn American Sign Language, but you'll learn how to translate that into Spanish and back, into English and back. That's pretty cool. So that's an exciting new option for us. The Department of Health and Biomedical Sciences hosts several programs. We've got our BAT, the Bachelor in Applied Technology in Health Services Technology. Now this program, you have to have an associate's degree in a health-related field from an accredited institution to even be considered for that program. So transfer students, you may be in the BAT. However, entering freshmen, new students, you're probably in one of our other programs. Some of you may be in biomedical sciences. This is one of our largest programs at UTRGV. It's designed to train people to get them ready for application to medical school, dental school, programs like that. However, biomedical sciences is not just only a pathway to medical school or dental school, it's a pathway to a master's in biomedical science, biomedical engineering, pharmaceutical sales, lots of other options out there. To get into the BMed program, as we call it, you have to apply while you're in high school or early on in your college career. Applications open in the fall and they close every spring, but each new class starts every fall and you have to apply to be accepted. Our BS in Clinical Laboratory Sciences is a competitive program that requires an application. So you've got to make sure if you are choosing CLS as a route, you need to make sure you follow the prerequisite framework correctly and do what it takes so you can get accepted into the program. It's a small program, but our students are finding jobs because they are the backbone of healthcare. One of our newer programs in health and biomedical sciences is our BS in Nutrition Sciences. Right now, we have two different tracks, a general nutrition track and a nutrition and fitness track, which includes a lot of kinesiology coursework and exercise science coursework. You do have to apply to this program, but right now it is open admissions. The application is kind of a formality. But as this program grows, it will become competitive. And we need people who really understand nutrition. Now in health and biomedical sciences, we also have a master's program in health science, the Master of Science in Health Science. And we have 5 exciting tracks in healthcare administration, clinical laboratory sciences, nutritional sciences, health informatics, and our newest track, which we're just launching this fall, health professions, education, and technology. Also, we offer each one of these tracks as a graduate certificate, but right now, focus on your undergrad. We'll see you later in our master's programs. The Department of Health and Human Performance. We have 4 undergraduate degrees here. Some of you, a lot of you have chosen exercise science. And under exercise science, you're in one of 3 tracks, the pre-OT track, the pre-PT track, or the free elective track. Now, if you're in the pre-OT or pre-PT track, do not call yourself an occupational therapy major or a PT major. You're an exercise science major, and you're using that degree to help you be prepared for application to occupational therapy or physical therapy programs. Or if you're in the free elective track, you're an exercise science major with the dream of becoming a personal trainer, owning your own gym, or whatever it is you want to do. We also offer the BS in Health which trains the next generation of health education specialists who will work in hospitals, in non-for-profit organizations, in community health centers, community clinics, educating the population about health issues. We also have our BS in kinesiology, which has 3 concentrations: athletic training, coaching, and recreational sports management. I want to highlight, if you have declared a major in kinesiology, specifically athletic training concentration, then you need to connect with the department office and talk to Coach T very soon, because we're going to have to set you up and make sure we get you into a program and help you start getting the hours you need so you can sit for the athletic training certification exam. In Texas, if you want to be an athletic trainer, you can do so with any degree, but only after you get a certain amount of hours of hands-on work with an athletic trainer. We'll set you up, but you've got to contact us. We also have our BS in kinesiology with the teacher certification. Here we train the next generation of physical education teachers. These teachers, as I call them, these educators are certified when they complete their program to teach PE at the elementary, middle, and high school levels. This program is done in conjunction with the College of Education and P16 integration. We teach the kinesiology portion, and they teach the education portion. You have to apply to that program the end of your sophomore year and take certain coursework in the College of Education and certain coursework in kinesiology. So if you're interested in becoming a PE teacher, you need to pay attention to deadlines and make sure you apply at the right time. We also have 2 master's programs in health and human performance. The next department I want to highlight is our MS in occupational therapy, which is housed in the Department of Occupational Therapy. We just admitted our last class of master's students. We are converting this program to a professional doctorate degree in occupational therapy, which means it's going to take a little bit longer and be a little bit harder, but that is where the profession is going. A doctorate in occupational therapy will allow the practitioner to learn a bit more and do more skills as an occupational therapist. But if you look here, I've listed the prerequisites. If your dream is to go to OT school, you've got to do well in certain classes. Of course, you want to have a high GPA, but in these prerequisite courses, you need to nail them. A's in everything, and that will help you get in. It won't guarantee it, but it will help. The same concept goes for our Physician Assistant Studies program in the Department of Physician Assistant Studies. We admit 100 students a year, although we have more than 800 apply. And these students are considered to join the department if they have met all the prerequisites with high grades. They come from a diverse background, have a little bit of experience, and then they're on a pathway to become a physician assistant. More information about all of our programs is available on our website, so make sure you visit our website when you get a chance. There are links here within the booth. Now, coming soon. I already mentioned the occupational therapy doctorate, but we are working on developing a Doctor of Physical Therapy program, a Master of Science in Dietetics, which will allow those students who complete that program to become RDs, our registered dietitians. Also, we are working on 16 other health professions programs that will be rolled out over the next 10 years. Each of these programs is going to help fulfill a need that we have in the Valley and in our nation for healthcare providers. And tomorrow's healthcare team is diverse and growing, and you're going to be part of that. If you need to contact us, reach out to us at cohpinfo@utrgv.edu or visit our website. And good luck this year. Welcome to UTRGV.